The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah! Go Cowboys! This is the Players Lounge, broadcasting live from Dallas Cowboys World Headquarters at the Star. Now, your hosts, Barry Church, Danny McCray, Heckma Harrison, and Newy Scruggs.
Victory Monday. That's right.
Oh, man. My man got rolled right off the field.
Yeah, the ride stopped.
Yeah. At least he put up some points, though. At least he put up some points.
Down about 60.
Season high. Season high.
Season high, man.
Season high.
Them old Dak Prescott points. Them down about 27.
Them garbage yards.
Danny McCray, Heckma Harrison is back in the building. As Barry Church, I'm Newy Scruggs. The Cowboys win. And look, guys, I'm not going to have a whole heck of a lot to say because I got all these people coming at me, telling me, you scared to criticize Dak and this team is this. They're 10-3 football team. Was it perfect? Nope. Won a game. But I'm not a defensive guru on Twitter like so many people, or a quarterback coach on Twitter like so many people that are complaining about a team that is 10-3, second best record in the National Football League. That's just me.
So ain't nothing to correct with this team.
I didn't say that. You're a former football player.
Elaborate a little bit for us, Louis.
There's corrections every week. Quarterback can't throw these kind of things. As we talked about before this game, I'm scared about the corner because Brown is out. Got boss man Fat back there. You know, everybody looking for number one. Who's number one? Where is he? They're looking for him. You got issues with your slot corner. Your right tackle is now out for the year. Terrence Steele with a torn ACL.
Hate to see it.
These are issues. Every team's got issues. We can look to the Eagles and say, okay, fine, whatever. Okay, crown them. But everybody else got work to do. Look like Patrick Mahomes had work to do yesterday.
Yeah.
Vikings.
Oh, yeah, we all know that.
I'm okay with the game yesterday. I mean, it was closer than it should have been. But I know I sat here all week and said, this is the game. To where if you go to sleep on a team like the Texans, who are inspired to come up to Dallas and make their season by beating the Cowboys, who are having a good season, then you're going to be in for the long haul. But I'm happy because what did we do? We leaned on the run game, and we let our defense go out there, get us the ball back, and Dak Prescott showed why he's worth $40 million. All right, 98-yard drive to finish the game after D-Law gets out there, makes a huge play. Goal line stand.
Incredible.
He was living in the backfield.
What do we talk about this whole time? Run the ball, depend on your defense. They did exactly what I asked them to do, so I'm cool with that. Right? You're down by how many points? Don't matter. We still running the ball and depending on our defense. That's a recipe for winning. I don't care how many points you win by. If you play that way, you'll be in the game all the time, no matter who you're playing against.
So you're saying if they play the way they play, they'd be in the game against the Eagles?
Game plan wise.
You talk about the way they played Sunday, they would be in the game versus.
I'm talking about game plan wise. Now remember, don't forget now. The Philadelphia Eagles struggled against the Colts as well, who we say is not a good team. Like throughout the season, teams are going to run up against these trap games where you're looking at the Eagles 2 weeks out. You say, man, we got the Texans, we got the Jaguars, we got to be ready for Philly. Like that happens. That's just a natural thing that's going to happen, especially when you got a team that's 9-3 and they're playing well. That's what they did. They sleptwalk in there. And they almost got beat by the Texans because I don't think that they were ready to play. I think they were looking ahead. So, yeah, I don't think that is the performance that they're going to put up against the Eagles. One, because how inspired the Texans were, that's how inspired we are going to be once it's time to play the Eagles on Christmas Eve.
That's 2 weeks straight.
Yeah.
That's 2 weeks straight now that this team has sleptwalked into an opponent. All right, I mean, I understand what happened to the Colts, but the fourth quarter, that was a 33 outburst. That's not going to happen again. You ain't going to get 33 points in one quarter ever again. That was the most in the history of the National Football League. So that's one game you were supposed to stomp out, yet you didn't do it. You fast forward to this Houston game. We all know they should have lost that game. Like I'm not. You should have lost that game. There's no way.
But you did.
You didn't lose it. I'll give you that. You didn't lose it.
You didn't
lose it.
Minnesota lost theirs.
But you should have lost that game.
But you didn't.
Okay.
They did.
You didn't do that.
But you won a game you should have lost.
You want to be one of these teams that's considered upper echelon contenders. You got to be able to win those type of games. Look what the Eagles did. Look what the counterpart did. to a team that they were much better than, much more talented than. They went out there and stomped them. You got to play better. You don't want to limp into the playoffs. We all understand that. You don't want to limp into what happened last year when we limped into the playoffs? A first-round exit. Is that what we want to do this year? I don't think so.
Twitter church.
I don't think so. I'm just keeping it real.
Twitter church.
I'm just keeping it real. Like I'm not gonna gloss over this win. Like everything's all great.
No, I don't think it's all great. But I think these are the games that you have to find a way to win. This makes you battle tested. You were down. You weren't playing as well as you supposed to. Things aren't going right. You're down your starting corner. All these things are going against you, and you found a way to wake yourself up and then make a big time stop at the goal line.
But these are self-inflicted. I can see if you were going into this game, hella injuries, things you got to overcome all. These are all self-inflicted wounds.
Yeah.
3 turnovers. These are self-inflicted. Throwing into double coverage, that's self-inflicted.
Well, that's a Dak Prescott problem, throwing into cover 3 double swing.
We've seen it. That's your quarterback.
He's making mistakes, but we saw that you can lean on other parts of your game. Dak Prescott doesn't have to be the superstar for you to win games like that. You can go out there and overcome 3 turnovers. I think that's a huge positive when you look at the game. All right, what went right? Not much. What went wrong? What were we able to overcome? They overcame a lot. Like I said, it wasn't perfect. Was I scared? Hell yeah. I was nervous as hell watching that game.
That should have been a L.
I was nervous as hell, but I went into it. I did pick us to win by 21. Foolish. In my head, all week, I'm like, this is that game, bro. You talking about the Governor's Cup. Yeah, it's the Governor's Cup for the Texans. They came out and they were ready to play. This was the biggest game on their schedule. For us, this was a game that we just had to get through to get to the Eagles on Christmas Eve.
They were like the Lions. Remember the Lions came here?
Yeah,
it was just like that.
Real quick, before you get up in here, Heckman, real quick. This offense for Houston, minus their 2 best offensive players. Both of their wide receivers. Y'all realize what we were going against.
Mm-hmm.
Driscoll came in there. 2 quarterback rotation. Who plays 2 quarterbacks in the National Football League? Nobody. They went out there and moved the ball on this team, on this defense. Okay. The vaunted pass rush that, with all due respect, they're the best in the National Football League. Hell without a sack. So half of the time, those quarterback was back there extremely comfortable. I'm just saying, there's some things that this team needs to pick up on.
Okay.
I think that's fair.
Hey,
Go ahead.
Because we've been talking about the Eagles. That's why I know he was so quiet.
What is it, dog? You know what I realized, dog? We've been infiltrated, dog. We got some moles here in Cowboy Nation, dog. I'm trying to find out which one of y'all wearing a wire, dog. Who is it? Who is the mole? Because I don't understand, Nui, how we got to come back and explain a victory. How does this happen to us? How do the Cowboys get put in a situation where they win a game? They're not on the A game, obviously, and that's a cold-ass hoodie right there.
Appreciate it, Kyle. Appreciate it, Kyle.
Yeah, that's dope. But we have to explain victories, man. And it's crazy to me, if you watch enough games in the NFL, you're not going to always be on your A game. And the Cowboys definitely were not on their A game. And if you played any level of football when it comes to the fourth quarter, especially in high school, what they do, they hold them fours up. Why? Because the fourth quarter is a part of the whole game as well. The Houston Texans forgot that. And when that goal line stands by our defense, dog, come on, that may go down. If you get to the end of the year and you're playing for a championship, you'll remember things like that, where Tank Lawrence has to pull out, man, like a gutsy play by Tank Lawrence. Not only has he's done this before. He did it against Detroit, and we saw him do it again versus the Texans. But you credit the Texans, man. Credit the Texans. And you being from H-Town, you know how this H-Town, D-Town thing go. You know what I'm saying?
They ready to fight.
They ready every time. You know what it is. So I didn't expect, and that's one of the things like I just do not like overestimating or not looking past an opponent. And I'm not saying that the Cowboys did that. They played ugly football. Aside from that first drive, once Kevontae Turpin muffed that punt, everything went downhill from there for this team. But defensively, they made the stop when it counted. And you have to, as bad as Dak played, and I am a Dak Prescott apologist, you know this. But he led that 98-yard drive. And like you said, that's what you pay the man the money for. For moments just like that, to bring this team back from where they were basically, essentially, like you said, Barry, they deserved to lose that game, but they didn't. Why didn't they? Because Ford pulled him up by his bootstraps, and he won the game. It was a great team win. And like Coach Mike McCarthy said in the locker room, you're going to need wins like this at the end of the year to draw from. Because in a playoff game where against San Francisco, against whoever you go against, you may be down for an entire 4 quarters all the way to the end, and it may take one drive, just like we did that in the game that we lost to the 49ers. It came down to 16 seconds. Well, however many seconds it was when we couldn't pull it out.
So I understand Cowboy fans spend so much time just concerned about the Cowboys. I was kind of watching a little bit of the league yesterday. Let's go over the first place teams, all right? Buffalo, 10-3 football team, same record as the Cowboys. A team that a whole lot of people said going to Super Bowl. A lot of people think they have the MVP in Josh Allen, or at least at one point did. 20-12 over the Jets. Josh Allen was not great. People afterwards were asking about the offense. What's wrong? But anyway, they won the game. Won the game at home. Baltimore. What was it, the third quarterback they got to in that game?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Kenny Pickett gets knocked out for the Steelers. Here comes Mitchell Trubisky. They had to slug their way and win that game. 16-14. All right, first place team in the North. First place team in South Tennessee. We know what happened to them. Your boys. Your old boy wouldn't have been. Trevor Lawrence set career highs. Okay, so that's AFC South. AFC West, Kansas City. 10-3 football team, same record as the Cowboys. What was that, 3 picks? They were in control until they weren't. I mean, Houston, you can say that's the worst team in the league.
They are the worst team in the league, Newey.
Then Broncos are coming right behind them. Okay? It's the league. Minnesota, all right? First place team, Minnesota, 10-3. Got beat by the Lions. First place team in the NFC South, Tampa Bay. I don't know what they called that. They just flew out there. They didn't even compete. Brock Purdy, they got tore apart.
They got drugged.
And then, of course, the first place team in the West is San Francisco, who beat the mess out of Tampa Bay. This is not easy, and you've played the game. You played the game, man. This is not easy. My man Wade Phillips, Uncle Wade once said, after the Cowboys snuck one out, you guys might have been around for it, he said, we're not going to apologize for winning. Fine. And yes, there are things to clean up. Dude, I'm scared to death when I see Kelvin Joseph out there. I'm scared. Dude, I'm scared. I'm scared. Okay? I'm just scared. I'm just saying. This is me. There are things to work on. Terrence Steele being out. I mean, watching Josh Ball. I mean, as much as people criticize Dak Prescott.
Is he still in the building?
That second interception was Josh Ball's guy just blowing him back 2 strokes. First, it was the fumble. Then it was the pick. He's got to get better. Your quarterback has got to get better. What else you want to do? I mean, we got people trade him. He's not any good. Because I'm telling you.
Trade Dak?
Dude,
that's crazy.
You hear it. Look, man, you turn on these radios. You turn on the social. You check out social media. It's all.
But you can't do nothing about haters, though, man.
It is. There's no middle ground for Cowboy fans right now. It's either, we beat Indianapolis, going to Super Bowl, we did Minnesota, we're here. You play Houston, you barely won. I mean, Peter King got you had the stinker against Green Bay, now you have this. Who are you? You're not even a top 5 team. Okay. There's no middle. This is a team that won 10 games.
None of this stuff is really relevant, though, right? Because as we all know, we all watch NFL football. We see it every year. It's about the team that gets hot at the right time, all right? Being hot against the Texans is not going to help you win the Super Bowl. Remember the New York Football Giants at 9-7 getting hot at the right time and winning the Super Bowl.
2 times.
I'm just like
2 times.
What we did on Sunday has nothing to do with how we're going to then move through the rest of the season. If they go back and they watch the film and they see what they did wrong, they say, hey, we wasn't on our stuff, because I can guarantee that's what McCarthy said. Hey, we did a lot of stuff wrong. I don't think we were prepared. I thought we had a good week of practice, but something was off with how we came into this game not ready to play. We need to make sure we get that fixed. The defense did not play as well, make as many plays, get as many sacks, but as far as getting something fixed, that's one game, right? Mm-hmm. That's one game. So I don't think we need to fix it. I think we just had an off day. Dak, we get the offensive line right. I'm not really worried about that because I believe we are a running team that plays great defense. And I think if we continue to lean on that, I think we'll be okay. Dak needs to only throw the ball to Dalton Schultz.
Wait a minute. Hey.
Goodness grace. I mean, what?
Timing, don't they? They got timing.
What happened when you throw the ball to Dalton Schultz?
It's a catch.
I mean, 98-yard drive into the game. Dak to Dalton Schultz. I mean, what?
He's a security blanket.
He's a guy, bro. And a guy who can also stretch the field. He's going 20, 30 yards on. He's not just Jason Witten 5'10", in the open field at the end of the career. This dude is a weapon. That's Dak's guy. And he's on my fantasy team.
Boss man fat. Back to your boss man fat analogy of talking about him. I mean, he terrifies you. But at the same time, do you see I think it was 3rd and 7. He gets a tackle. What third? That's one. Well, hold on. I mean, but that's all you need. You need to stop. He does his job. They challenge a play on a catch that shouldn't have been a catch, but still, I mean, you got to give this. You're not in the mode of I want to give this guy enough grace. You're like, get him out of there right now.
Hey man, look, coming up this week, panic meter.
Okay.
Skyrocket, but it goes to your point of who else you gonna get.
This is the scary thing. Well, they obviously they've gone out and got some dudes.
Yeah, I think they got
Kendall Sheffield, and they brought somebody else.
Cat from Minnesota. Yeah.
So I mean, he deserved the right to show you he couldn't do it.
Whoa! You said it. Because I don't think he played that bad.
He was targeted 5 times, gave up 4 catches for 69 yards.
Yeah, I mean, he getting bombs over Baghdad out there. He was in position on a lot of those catches.
I give you that.
You know what I'm saying? But like they were running behind him, and he was way out of position. He was.
Now he the whipping boy for.
Competition stepping up this week.
Yeah, no stepping up this week. But I'm saying
I got no faith. No, I got no faith.
Too.
I'm just saying,
I got no faith.
As far as him walking out there in that first game of starting of this season doing that, I don't think he played horribly. Can he get better? Absolutely. But at the same time, we also said this whole team did not come out and play up to what the level that they should be playing. I'm going to give him a shot. Now, we get a test at Jacksonville.
Yeah, everybody gonna get a test.
Yeah.
You see what Ingram did at the tight end spot.
How about that?
You sleepwalk at 12 o'clock in Duval.
Oh yeah, you gonna hear the Duval.
You might get beat by 30.
Be sold out too.
Be beat by 30. So you got to correct that and get ready to play. But I guarantee you that the antennas is up more for Jacksonville than it was for Houston.
Yeah, they sleptwalking now.
Whatever boss man fat is, I don't know. I don't think he played that bad. I think he can get better. But as far as his performance in the game,
I will say this though, the receivers they had out there, no disrespect, but they weren't guys.
No, that's true.
They were Jags. They were just another guy.
We never heard of them.
Never heard of these guys.
Never heard of them, man.
The guy ended up 15. I forget his name. Ended up going for 124.
Yeah.
Harris.
He plays his butt off. Some of these guys had a career night.
But they was though, bro. This is the biggest opportunity of their entire lives.
But what does that say about your team though? Like it's about your team, you know what I mean? Just sleepwalking on people. What does that say about your squad?
What did we just? I just went through teams, man.
Hey man,
come on now. You talking about Houston? Or you talking about the Jets?
Barry, you being serious right now?
Barry sleptwalk on the Houston's. He on you on the radio?
And do I play?
No.
Am I on the field? I got to say it here. Mirror what they do on the thing. No, it does not.
No, we all
I can sleepwalk. I can come in this thing snoozing.
Well, they thought they could. When you talk about defining, this could be a wake-up call. These last 2 games for the Dallas Cowboys should be a wake-up call because you got Jacksonville, you got Philly coming up. You better be awake.
Is it still the AFC South Invitational?
Yes.
It's still that?
Yes, we can finish it off. Finish the classic off with the win.
Is it still the classic?
Yeah.
All right.
The goal is to go 3-0 in the classic.
Right.
So far, they are 2-0.
What are you going to say?
That's the goal. All right, let's go to break here. When we come back, who was your MVP of the game?
Oh man,
yeah, that's right.
I got mine though. He played his butt off too.
As Barry Church said, it was going to be a 40-17 Cowboys win over the Texans. It did not happen like that. This Players Lounge brought to you by Tostitos right here on DallasCowboys.com radio.
With Smoothie King's original Angel Food and new Angel Food Slim without added sugar, you no longer have to choose between treating yourself and hitting your goals this summer. You don't have to choose between great taste and feeling great. Because at Smoothie King, every blend is made with whole fruits and no syrups, so you can satisfy your cravings without compromise. The only choice you will need to make is which one is best for you. Try our classic angel food or the new Angel Food Slim, blended without added sugar. Smoothie King, rule the day.
Attention Cowboys fans looking for the best shave of your life. There's a new official razor of the Dallas Cowboys, Shave Logic. Imagine not having to buy blades as often and getting more smooth shaves than your old razor, guaranteed or your money back. After more than 10 years of research and over 150 company patents, ShaveLogic is proud to offer Cowboys fans a special offer. For a limited time, visit ShaveLogic.com and get a free $10 gift card with your purchase. Go to ShaveLogic.com now for more smooth shaves guaranteed.
Nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate. You hear that? I'm a torrential downpour. Torrential? What's that even mean? It means you can't see out of your windshield. And if you have the wrong car insurance, you might have to make it rain to fix your bumper. So switch to Allstate, save money, and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Based on coverage and limits selected, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. In most states, prices vary based on how you buy. Allstate Bar and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys.
And they snap it to Prescott, who looks right. It's not there. He escapes left. He'll run for a first down.
Just like football, when it comes to crypto, it's important to have a team you can trust. With blockchain.com, I know I'm in good hands. Since 2011, they've been trusted by millions around the world to buy, sell, and trade cryptocurrency.
Prescott's going to run this himself. Run it up the middle, and he scores.
Whether you're new to crypto or an active trader, they've got you covered. What are you waiting for? Get started at blockchain.com.
Back to the Players Lounge.
'Tis the season for the Dallas Cowboys Holiday Youth Camps presented by Invisalign. Registration for one-day football and dance academy camps are now open. Don't miss your chance to send your athlete to camp at AT&T Stadium on December the 20th and 21st. Limited spaces remain. Register today at dallascowboys.com/academy.
Keyword, limited. Spots available. Go ahead and sign them up, man. The best Christmas present you can get.
He's booked.
Come out here and kick it with your boy.
He's booked.
Get better at football,
He ain't playing
man.
it all, is he?
You go ahead.
He ain't playing it all.
2023 should be your best year as a football player if you come to the Dallas Cowboys youth camp, man. But if you miss it, I don't know what to tell you, man. I learned everything I know from Barry Church.
I can't with this guy, man.
Special appearances by Boss Man Fat.
Man, Fat, we running with you, Fat. We running with you, Fat.
Yeah, he represent Kentucky well, man. He did all right.
Say they running by him. That's what
He was all right in Camp 8. He was all right.
Tell him about the gun line, boss.
Did he wear the 7 at LSU?
Man, I Kentucky. I don't know what number he was in Kentucky.
He wear the 7. Peterson passed it on to him. He go. I don't know. He go.
Oh, man.
You know, after these games, you know, on the broadcast, you hand out the MVP, the person who won the game, you know. So who was it as the Cowboys got that 27-23 last-second victory over the Houston Texans? Church.
Well, I'm going to tell you who stuck out to me. And I ain't see any bad plays from him, but he played his butt off. And I'm going to go LVE. I'm going to go Van Der Esch. You know, I felt as though, you know, he played one of his better games at the linebacker position. You know, they tried to establish the run out there with Pierce. And we saw he ran through a couple cats out there. But one of the cats he wasn't able to run through was LVE. And I felt like he was extremely stout at the point of attack. You know, he was driving guys back, sideline to sideline. He had one of his better games. So I'm going to give him the defensive. Matter of fact, the overall game ball, to me, should go to LVE.
I'm going Tony Pollard.
Okay.
You know, I think Tony Pollard is coming in and delivering every time, man. His breakaway runs, that second touchdown, man, it wasn't a reverse, but a bit of a reverse. They're putting him and Ezekiel Elliott on the field at the same time. We talked about that here on the Players Lounge. And somebody was listening because it's paying dividends for them. I just think Tony Pollard, man, he's maximizing the opportunities he's getting.
Zeke got 15 rushes yesterday?
Something like it.
They won the game?
Yeah.
Listen, I like Tony Pollard. I do. But you know I'm always going to rave about the physicality of a guy like Zeke.
Yeah.
And when you get into them type of games, you got to be physical. We saw their offense being physical with us, and when you got a ground and pound guy like Zeke, then you can offset that. All right, so I'm giving mine to Zeke. 15 rushes, another win for the Cowboys. The record when this dude gets enough attempts is something crazy.
Yeah, and Zeke was getting some get back for us yesterday because, boy, I looked at it on the other side.
And then he pulled the fake jump in the kettle. Yeah, man, I'm just saying.
Yeah, 15 for 62.
Yeah, man. I'm just saying, man. So I'm giving mine to Zeke. Shout out to TP, though. You know what I'm saying? I know at the beginning before I left, I was like, ain't no that dude. He nice. He put the ball in his hands. He nice.
Somebody will have to take a haircut, but we'll talk about that.
10 rushes for Pollard, 5 catches for Tony Pollard going his way. Actually, I should say 5 targets, 4 catches. Somebody on the radio said all Zeke Elliott does is fall forward. And they were just killing Elliott, and I'm just like, wow, man, you thought they lost the game.
This is the one we said. Since last season, when Ezekiel Elliott carries the ball 15-plus times in the game, the Cowboys' record is what?
27-0?
16-0. Make it 17 now.
Okay.
Make it 17.
It's a trend. It's a trend. You want to stick with that.
Prove it, bro. My first script going to be 8 runs because I know I'm going to win. I need 7 more for the game.
Why go away from it?
Players Lounge brought to you by Tostitos right here on DallasCowboys.com radio. Got Danny McCray, Heckma Harrison back in the building. Good to see you. Good to see you. Appreciate you. I know you're operating a little bit under, but still
I'm good.
Appreciate you here. Barry Church, Toledo Rocket. I'm merely Newey Scruggs. So, good names for MVP. For me, Jason Peters. Because Josh Ball was single-handedly blowing the game. His guy, it was like, who's my man they had out there that time? Chaz Green. Yeah, it's like
not Chaz Green.
He was like the white Chaz Green out there, man. Ivory Chaz. I mean, this dude walks straight back in the Dak, fumble the ball. Then the next play, dude come up there, hit Dak throw interception. Like, oh my gosh, get him out of the game. And then you saw Dak go over and talking to Peters, and it was almost like he was, hey man, you in now. It's like he didn't even check with nobody. No, you in now, right? Peters comes in here, right tackle, man, shores this thing up. They go down the field. I'm like, thank goodness. Ivory Green. I mean, man, dude.
Oh, man. He did play terrible, though.
Golly, geez, it wasn't like, when Terrence Steele went out, and now we know he's got a torn ACL, hated for Terrence, who's had another good season for the Cowboys. But Josh Ball was getting abused, and they just figured out, there he is, get him. And, man, they just got him, and single-handedly, he almost lost that game, man.
He did.
He almost lost the game. And so
they
put Peters. So for me, that's the MVP right there, because if once they fixed that, they were able to get what they needed to go ahead and get it done.
So do we need to go get a right tackle?
There are no right tackles to go get. Nobody.
No, after that.
Yeah.
How old is Peters?
Yeah, no, he old.
I'm just saying. You talking about? We still got.
You're not talking about this. You're talking about next year.
No. Behind him. This reminds me of Tyron Smith being out of the game against Atlanta, and you like, who's behind him? Who's behind him? You have to be ready. And now you know that Josh Ball is the guy who's going to be coming in if somebody goes down.
And that thing might happen because when the last time Peters played a full game?
He hasn't. He's about to in Jacksonville. We're going to see what that whole recovery time going to be.
We about to have Peters and Tyron Smith out there.
No, that's your reality. That's the reality.
Holding your breath every snap.
Yeah.
But you were already there, and I think everybody already knew that Josh Ball was going to struggle. I mean, he ain't been nothing but on the struggle bus this whole time. So, was it Collins, Aviante? I can't pronounce his brother's name, but Collins, that's another tackle we have that I don't think we know anything about. But Josh Ball in spot duty showed you exactly who he was. And thank God we had Jason Peters, because had we not, you were going to lose that game. There's no way you would have been able to conduct that 98-yard drive with Josh Ball on the field. Wouldn't have happened.
I surely hope Peters got a game ball, because he deserved one. Matt Walesko is a guy that was playing better than Ball, but had the shoulder.
Yes.
Couldn't get it right at camp. So as they go into next year, yes, there's some challenges here. And
what about this year?
This year, look, bro.
It's what you got.
That's what you got.
It's what you got.
So those are your 2 tackles.
This is, man. It's that's why you don't ever, Super Bowl talk. I'm like, I'm not talking about no Super Bowl, man. Just get yourself in the tournament, see what happens here. But there are issues, man. There are issues, but that's the NFL. I went back. I looked at the Rams. season last year. At one point in time, they lost 3 straight games, got beat by the 49ers twice. In the NFC Championship game,
should have lost that one.
Stafford tried. They didn't want to take it, but he tried to. But they ended up, getting on that run. They go to the playoffs against Tampa Bay. They were asking Tampa Bay to beat them, but they pulled that one out. And then they go and beat the Niners in the Super Bowl. Even then, man, McVay wasn't great play call, but they got it done.
Yeah,
they got it done. And then the year before that, Brady and the Bucs were 7-5 at one point. Remember, people were talking about, man, is he calling? Is Bruce Arians calling out Tom Brady? I mean, they had issues. Mm-hmm. They caught fire and they ended up going. It's just not a straight, perfect line. And I think sometimes Cowboy fan wants it to be college football, like Georgia. This ain't how it works, man. Mm-hmm. And if you don't, if you have the Houston game like yesterday, it's DEFCON 5, this guy's not any good. It's just not how it works. Michigan had Illinois at home. Illinois should have beat them, but they won the game. Sometimes you gotta get some of those, man. Ain't gonna be 10 perfect games, man. Ain't be 10 blowouts.
I'm gonna be a butthead right here on this.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna be a butthead on this right here because I'm looking. I know we had all that receiver talk going on last week. Y'all was talking about James Washington getting in the game.
Hold on. I wasn't involved in that one.
And
I wasn't involved in that.
He got in.
He did. He got blew up too.
He dropped it.
He got blew up.
He dropped it.
He got smacked.
I done seen people get smacked and hold on to the ball.
He got smacked though.
He got
See, this is what happens when you have a history of the drops. All right, you don't get the leeway.
He threw him into a
catch the ball.
That was a headache ball.
Catch the ball. But my point is, they left Noah Brown at home, gave his ticket away.
Are you serious?
And the man went out there and had 4 catches for 85 yards and one of the biggest catches of the game.
Yeah.
What's his name again?
Noah Brown.
Hey.
From the North.
So shout out to him because the guy just continues to hear all the noise, watch all this stuff go on around him, and he come out here and do his thing. This is 2 years in a row of Noah Brown coming out here and stepping up in big time moments and making them type of plays, bro.
Yeah.
He's 4 for 85. CeeDee Lamb got 5 for 33. Michael Gallup 2 for 40. Your best receiver out there, stat-wise, receiver, was Noah Brown.
And Jerry Jones said after the game, he's still trying to sign Odell Beckham Jr.
Yeah.
And just,
it all.
You know what? And man, you see the inactives, man. I'm like, man, Tolbert, man, again. Like,
are there any other receivers out there to go get?
Look, when Washington came up, you knew where Tolbert was going.
Man, he did it again.
Did they let you pick your shirt out?
Nah, you just came there and it was already had a little iron or not a little hanger.
That sucks.
Fit it in the cubby hole. You know what I'm saying? You got the trainers on because you got to go out there and work out before
but I don't think Washington.
You know?
Washington, he didn't play any special teams, does he?
Nah.
No.
He doesn't.
Shout out to Noah Brown, man. You did your thing, man. We was on you last week.
But that was a hell of a catch. That was a hell of a catch in the fourth.
Both of them.
Yeah, that was a hell of a catch.
Because he came back for the first deep ball, and then caught it right. It was a hell of a pass too,
for sure.
In cover 2.
Yeah, he threw it in the hot hole.
So yeah, man, shout out to him, man. He did his thing, And Jerry's still out there looking for folks, but you got to have other guys. You got to have more than 3 dependable guys.
Yeah.
And Noah Brown is continuing to solidify his spot as being locked in on.
What
the
did
squad.
y'all feel about the play calling yesterday from Kellen Moore? How did y'all feel about that?
Started great.
Yeah.
Ended great.
Well, I didn't like the 4th down call.
No, I didn't. None.
I didn't. I thought you could.
You talking about on the goal line?
Yeah, on the goal line. I didn't enjoy that one. I know you like putting Tony Pollard in the game at the same time, lining up Zeke at like a fullback position. Doing. I don't like that.
Look. One of the things when you go back and watch the tape. I mean, it was great play, poor execution. I think McEwen at the left tight end position let his guy come all the way down scot-free. Even the play before that, it was in the third quarter. No, right there before they got to that actual play, they called a counter. It was a first and goal, and Ezekiel Elliott, if Conor McGovern doesn't trip over 63's foot, he walks into the end zone. You guys go back and check it out. It's just they were poor. They just did not execute plays properly yesterday. Yeah. I mean, again, we talk about just not being on your A game, and I think that was a part of it. I wasn't mad about the goal line. I wasn't, because I felt like they was going big on big, and it was just like, look, man, we should be able to push these guys back. And you saw in that play, the game-winning drive, the offensive line completely just pushed them to the goal line. I mean, pushed them off the ball.
It feels like like every time we get into like a fourth and whatever situation, is like the same formation type of line Zeke up closer, like he's at fullback,
and that tips
everything, and it tips off everything. So
true.
So it lets the tight end get beat inside because you say, hey, where's Zeke running? Well, if I shoot the C gap, then I'm liable to hit him right in the face. D-Law did the same thing. He does it often. He's lined up outside of the tight end or the tackle, and he shoots inside, and he makes the play inside, because when you're on the goal line, usually it's coming straight at you like that. And with Zeke at fullback, it ain't no juke, it ain't no cutting, because he's 5 yards from the quarterback. I think we're running it a lot, and it looks a little obvious.
All right, let's get our last break in here as we go back over Houston against Dallas. The Cowboys walk away with the Governor's Cup. I didn't see any video of the Governor's Cup. Is it posted on social media? We got on the Cowboy page?
Governor's Cup, man.
The Governor's Cup, man. It's like there was no ceremony or nothing like that. So we'll discuss it next right here on the Players Lounge, brought to you by Tostitos on DallasCowboys.com radio.
Nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate. You hear that? I'm a torrential downpour. Torrential? What's that even mean? It means you can't see out of your windshield. And if you have the wrong car insurance, you might have to make it rain to fix your bumper. So switch to Allstate, save money, and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Based on coverage and limits selected, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. In most states, prices vary based on how you buy. Allstate Bar and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys.
And they snap it to Prescott, who looks right. It's not there. He escapes left. He'll run for a first down.
Just like football, when it comes to crypto, it's important to have a team you can trust. With blockchain.com, I know I'm in good hands. Since 2011, they've been trusted by millions around the world to buy, sell, and trade cryptocurrency.
Prescott's going to run this himself. Run it up the middle, and he scores.
Whether you're new to crypto or an active trader, they've got you covered. What are you waiting for? Get started at blockchain.com.
Want to use what the pros use? How about the official men's skincare brand of the Dallas Cowboys, Jack Black? Right now, you can get the Jack Black Starter, a curated collection of Cowboys locker room favorites for just $10 with free shipping. The starter includes 4 Jack Black skincare favorites, plus a full-sized intense therapy lip balm. Go to getjackblack.com/Cowboys and use the code word TEAMJB. That's getjackblack.com/Cowboys. The Jack Black Starter, $10, free shipping.
With Smoothie King's original Angel Food and new Angel Food Slim without added sugar, you no longer have to choose between treating yourself and hitting your goals this summer. You don't have to choose between great taste and feeling great. Because at Smoothie King, every blend is made with whole fruits and no syrups, so you can satisfy your cravings without compromise. The only choice you will need to make is which one is best for you. Try our classic Angel Food or the new Angel Food Slim, blended without added sugar. Smoothie King, rule the day.
Back to the Players Lounge.
Don't miss your last chance to experience the most electrifying event of the holiday season. Cowboys Christmas Extravaganza, powered by Reliant. Every Friday and Saturday night through December 17th, Cowboys Christmas Extravaganza ignites the Star in Frisco with an unforgettable holiday performance showcasing the world-renowned Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders, your favorite Dallas Cowboy football heroes, and Santa Claus too. Visit thestardistrict.com/Christmas for more information. Y'all got to see that.
I saw it Friday.
It's dope, man. It's nice.
Who's the most electrifying man in sports entertainment?
The Rock.
They just gonna steal the man's slogan like that? That's the first thing that came to mind when they said that.
They did.
He was elbow man, most electrifying man in sports. It was legit.
It was good.
It was legit. I went Friday, man. They put on.
Were y'all up in?
No, so we walked down to the side, but we were on the field because Mo Claiborne did it.
Okay.
So we were with him.
Okay.
And the show's. Big Rob is out there.
Can you believe how many people show up?
Man.
It was people all in up there. The Omni. Yeah, man. It's awesome.
No, it was good. It's worth going to see, and it's free.
Yeah, I've gone the past couple of years, man. It is fantastic. Buddy Jenny Durbin works with them over there. Then our boy Rob dance. I mean, it is sensational. It is truly a sensational show. I took my little one last year, and we got there early. I was like, look, come on, we get there early now. Why are we sitting here? Because you want to see the show. You don't want to be standing up on somebody. You want to. Anyway, we got there early. We waited it out, and it was good, man. They do a great job. Jerry's talked about how he always enjoyed going to see the Rockettes and wanted to do something like that, with the Dallas Cowboys. So that is 100% true for what Heckman said, man. Get out here and see the show. It's free too, by the way. It's free. So go over there, get yourself some pizza, and then come and watch the show. But good job, man. Good job. Danny McCray, Heckman Harrison, Barry Church. I'm Louis Scruggs. Players Lounge brought to you by Tostitos. What do you do now with Terrence Steele out? What should be the game plan at right tackle?
It's Jason Peters.
It's gotta be.
You cannot go back to Josh Ball. He's already shown you, and he's going to be your swing tackle. He's going to be the break glass in case of emergency, and just pray to God you don't have to do it. And that's. Well, be honest, man. This offensive line, as much as people talk about them struggling and not looking aesthetically like a world beater, they were giving Dak plenty of time. It wasn't leading the league in sacks or anything like that. They were really doing a good job of protecting, and I hope I'm putting hope on this, and it's not a strategy, that Jason Peters can hold up.
Can I ask this question, just based off what you said? You said Josh Ball is your swing tackle. Could someone else be your swing tackle?
Tyler Smith. I think you can.
That's what I'm thinking.
Because, look, man, we got to be honest, man. McGovern, he's had a heck of a season at that guard position. He's had a heck of a season. We all understand what's going to happen at that left tackle spot. They're going to supplant, 77 back in there. He's going to get back in there. I think McGovern, left guard, he's been doing his thing. And if you watch the tape, I'm sure you watched the tape on there. If you look and see how Tyler Smith performed at that left guard spot yesterday, it wasn't good. It was not good at all. The man was on the ground half of the time out there. So can he get better? Of course. He's young. He's been at that left tackle spot. He got used to that. Now he's transitioning back into guard. But from what we saw yesterday, that wasn't the best of the performances. And I feel like if you're going to put your best five out there, I think McGovern got to be involved in that.
So you're taking Tyler off the field?
If you're going to put Tyron Smith at left tackle, I'm saying your best left guard is McGovern, not Tyler Smith.
Could you put Tyler Smith at right tackle? Or have Peters start out there and then maybe even have to split reps depending on how much he can go.
They're thinking about that right now.
Yeah, for sure.
Because
right now.
Because when you bring up Josh Ball, my first thought is there's got to be a better option.
Yeah.
It's got to be a better option before you do that.
He ain't it, man.
I always say it's I don't play offensive line, and I never have, but I always imagine that it's very difficult to go from playing right tackle to left tackle.
It's uncomfortable.
It's a totally different side of the body that you got to use. Your punches with a different hand, especially if you're dominant on one side. I think it's just a very different thing to do. Tyler Smith has shown that he can do whatever they ask him to do. Maybe not great at left guard, but he's still serviceable out there
for sure.
So maybe he can't play right tackle. I don't know. I think that's why they get paid the big bucks and they'll figure it out.
I have heard them say that they believe Tyler Smith is a left side player. So at 3:00 with Mike McCarthy, that's going to be a question that I know I'll want to know, and I'm sure is going to get asked. Is what now because of circumstances, could Tyler Smith be in the mix to move over?
You better run the ball. I know that.
Can Tyron play right? Like Tyron,
he started it right.
Yeah,
your boy Doug Free was at left.
He's experienced. You think he can go ahead and switch it up?
They ain't switching Tyron Smith on right tackle, dog. His spot is at left. He's trying to be a Hall of Famer left, all decade left tackle.
I mean, but all right, playing devil's advocate to what you just said. I think you're at the left tackle, you're going against the best, the more athletic end on the left side. Mm-hmm. For Tyron Smith, if he started over there, and especially with thinking about Tyler Smith switching to that side, I'm with you. Because if I'm look, man, because of what's on the line and you cannot sacrifice this running game because the running game legit has what's been saving this whole offense, you've got to be able to have that. Especially, look, if we're just saying, Josh Ball, you can't play. All right, it ain't gonna happen. All right, and Peters, he's. I don't know what he's away from not playing again, but at the same time, we are looking for the best five, and that may be our only bet, is having him at the right tackle position.
Tyron Smith?
It may be. Yeah, I mean, think about it. What would be easier for him to go from left to right than it would be from Tyler Smith to go from left to right?
I would think so.
Guess we'll
Gentlemen,
see.
this
I'm just saying. Like, come on.
This is great. Keep it locked in here to DallasCowboys.com. Top of the hour, Mike McCarthy will have his press conference, and we'll get the latest update on Terrence Steele. Cowboys put on their website already that he's going to miss the season with ACL. You know, and what's next? What will be? How do they go about their combinations? And
we got something tomorrow, right? Tomorrow, Tuesday?
Yeah.
What is it?
No show tomorrow.
No show tomorrow.
Oh, we ain't got nothing tomorrow?
No show tomorrow. Nope.
Do we have a show on Wednesday?
Yes.
Yeah. Show on Wednesday, no show tomorrow.
So you want to do it on Wednesday?
Chris Bean put
old school versus new school.
Let's do that then. Yeah, okay. The new Seggy. I forgot about that. Yeah, y'all seen it.
You on the old school side or new school side?
What side you want?
I'm diverse, man. You know what I mean? Don't play with me, man.
He's like, I'm in the middle.
Don't play with me, man. It's all good. But I love it. I got some ideas. I got some things I want to do.
Wednesday it is.
Old school versus new school on Wednesday.
Whatever topic y'all want to bring up. We'll let y'all have the first one.
Put it in the group.
Movies,
so we can do
music,
so we can be prepared. Put it in the group. We'll let y'all pick. We'll let you pick first, Newell.
Yeah.
We'll let you pick first. Because you already ruined the Eddie Murphy segment. So.
I couldn't believe that either, but it's all good.
He ruined it.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe that, man.
I'm gonna let you guys be.
He went old school.
What party all the time? What did you do?
Nah, the man.
The best movies.
Produced by Rick James, baby. Produced by Rick James.
Hey, I just saw. I seen that for the first time on Twitter. Yeah, I didn't know that was him, bro.
I did not. I
was born in '88, bro.
I want you guys to go look up Bobby Caldwell one day. Old school Bobby Caldwell. Yeah.
Don't he sing what you want to do for love?
What you want to do for love? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Hey, Tupac sampled it one time in the song, so you guys probably know from a Tupac. You'll think it's a Tupac song.
What song was it? Did he sample?
What you want to do for love?
What song was it that he used the sample on?
It was Bobby Caldwell's "What You Want to Do for Love." What he used it on is
yeah.
I know that song.
What is it?
That was a TV show.
Dang, what was that?
I don't know. Yeah.
Anyway, Pop sampled it.
Put it in a group.
Next on the Players Lounge. What's that song?
Nah, I'm just gonna let you guys. It's your idea.
I'll come up with a talking.
I don't want to hear no complaints when we come in with it either.
Hey, man, I'm just gonna come in with a bulletproof vest.
What?
Some body armor for all the slugs and bullets to come.
Yeah, wear them Brahma Bulls too.
That's the show. That is the show. Players Lounge brought to you by
If you smell
the most electrifying.
Know your role and shut your mouth. The show is over. Goodbye.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.